Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bamboo Street. And in today's episode, we'll be talking about a lawsuit filed by a Jane Doe accusing Diddy and Jay-Z of raping a girl when she was 13 years old. Anyway, Volta, you want to go into the details?
All right. So this particular filing was done in October. So I just want to go through the factual allegations carefully.
October of 2024, right?
Yeah, this year.
Okay.
Right. So a brief background. When it was filed, Jay-Z was listed as Jane Doe also. So Diddy was only listed. Jay-Z just gave Jay-Z, let's say, a different acronym. So they wanted to mediate behind the scenes. And Jay-Z was like, no way you're gonna negotiate with me behind the scenes, because initially he just wanted money. And Jay-Z was like, nope. So when they refiled, they added Jay-Z's name to it because they were not getting any more money from Diddy. So they're like,
so basically this is considered as a shakedown.
The shakedown was the first one, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So now, since it didn't happen, they're trying to push for something from the court.
Yeah. So after we read all the allegations, you realize another person is also listed in the filing.
Yeah, but female.
So they just give the acronym B. So if Jay-Z refused, they're going to move on to the next one and they're going to release his or her name also. So they're just moving in that order.
Okay.
So
a nice way how lawyers work, man.
Yeah. So on or around September 7, 2000, plaintiff, then 13 years old, had a friend drive and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City so she could try to attend the Video Music Award, VMAs. Attending the VMAs was on plaintiff's bucket list, and she believed she could gain entry. Plaintiff arrived at the venue and saw large crowds gathering as artists and entertainers began arriving. Plaintiff was very excited. As the event began, much of the crowd moved inside, but plaintiff, without a ticket, remained outside with others and watched the VMAs on Jumbotron. Determined to get into the VMAs or an after party, she approached several limousine drivers parked nearby and attempted to talk her way into either. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for the defendant Combs. The driver told her that Combs liked younger girls, and she said fit what Daddy was looking for. And while not allowing her into the awards, the driver invited her to an after party. The driver stated that he had to drive Combs and others to the after party first, but instructed plaintiff to return to his location after the event and that he picked her up and take her to the after party. Later that evening, plaintiff excitedly returned to the same location and waited for what seemed to her for a long time. The driver eventually returned and drove her what he described as the after party. After approximately 20 minutes, plaintiff arrived at what she believed to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway. Once inside, two men asked the plaintiff to sign a document which plaintiff did not read, but which she now believes to have been a non-disclosure agreement. She was told that she could not discuss what happened in the party. She gave the man her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Inside the building, plaintiff recognized many celebrities as she entered what appeared to be a large living room or foyer containing a large crowd. Plaintiff attempted to mingle in the crowd and talk to several of the celebrities that she recognized and whom she had wanted to see at the VMAs. Wait staff circulated through the room carrying trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the venue. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses circulating the crowd. The drink was reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. Photograph of the actual exemplary container used by Combs or his agents employed to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks. This is just Looking for a place to rest, plaintiff walked down what appeared to be a hallway containing several rooms off of it. She entered what appeared to be an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. This room contained only a large bed with no furniture or any other kind, television or any other furnishings. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with the defendant Carter and a female celebrity, Celebrity B. Plaintiff immediately recognized all three celebrities. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You ready to party?" Combs then threw plaintiff towards the wall, causing plaintiff to fall. Plaintiff got, CJ, remember this part. You are ready to party. Remember this very carefully. Plaintiff got up and stumbled, at which point Combs grabbed her again and threw her on the bed. At that point, Carter began removing plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by Carter as vaginally raped by her, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After Carter finished, Carter is Jay-Z. After Carter finished, he stepped back towards the wall. Combs then stepped forward and vaginally raped plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force plaintiff to perform oral sex on him. She fought back, standing up quickly and punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taken aback, Combs stopped his attempt. When Combs backed away in surprise, plaintiff grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran out of the bedroom, holding her dress in front of her like a towel. She ran around the residence until she found the front door and was able to leave the party. Although there were other guests still at the party, no one appeared to take notice of the plaintiff's distress or attempted to help her. Once outside, plaintiff put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. Plaintiff attempted to retrace the route taken by the limo driver. She kept running until she reached a gas station she noticed on her way to the party. A female clerk noticed her distress and allowed to use her phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted to her that she had lied about her whereabouts, and asked him to pick her up. Plaintiff's father arrived to pick her up shortly before dawn. After the assault, plaintiff fell into deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life. Plaintiff suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder and a seizure disorder caused by stress and trauma. Plaintiff has had difficulty maintaining normal relationships and lives largely withdrawn from society.
So that means a plaintiff has been basically single for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this whole thing is pretty, like messed up.
Yeah.
Did the person B, they didn't participate, right?
She just watched.
So the she just watched.
Yeah.
Whoever is this she. Who do you think this she could be, though?
All right, so I've done a little digging, and at that in 2000, September 7, 2000, Diddy was dating J-Lo at that time. Beyonce was also at the same VMAs, but Beyonce and her mom went to a different after party.
Okay, she's not going where her husband goes.
She was not with Jay-Z at that time.
Okay.
Come to find out, Diddy and J-Lo was also at a different after party. So there's a photograph of all this. Jay-Z was also at a different after party. So after doing a little digging, the story, okay, let's go back. This is an amendment to the first filing.
Okay.
The first filing was filed, but they listed a date and a time. So on September 7, on the first filing against Diddy, they listed 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. for the after party.
Okay.
But then they realized that in every award ceremony, the award doesn't end until midnight. The show starts at 8. So there's no way an after party is going to be there
at that point. Time.
So they had to amend the first lawsuit and they removed the whole time. And then they just added Jay-Z. So now there's no time period where you can trace.
But with the first like accusation, with them putting a time,
Yeah.
couldn't they kick it out of court because of that? Like the lawyer, they'd be smart enough to say like, okay, you present some evidence, the evidence was faulty, and when you realize it was faulty because the person lied, you decide to withdraw it and put a brand new one. Could they just use that as evidence to kick it out?
Yeah, they could, but they could also the lawyer for the defendant could say there was error in the typing.
Oh, a typo.
Yeah, they could say there was a typo, and they could say the after party didn't begin, but the lady was just there around that time waiting for the driver to come.
Okay.
You know, the whole case, there's a lot of holes in the case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think Jay-Z has already come out with his own statement.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I don't know about you, but I've experienced rape in Ghana.
Okay.
And just a little backstory. I wasn't there when the thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw the lady crying. So from what I've seen, when something like that happens to you, you don't just run away. People that have been raped for the algorithm, people that have been raped for the very first time, if something happened like that, they become emotionless, so they stick around. They don't just run away. It's just like when somebody put a gun on you for the very first time. Do you run? No, you become shell shocked. Like,
No, she probably run and then cry after. Like when she got to the gas station, start crying, trying to get away.
no, but from what the lawsuit is saying, that she punched Sean, it's like, there's no way a 13-year-old girl is punching a 30-year-old man in the neck, and then all of a sudden it's like,
You fall down.
yeah, like,
God. But then again, what's getting me is that there are 3 people in the room.
mm-hmm.
One person watching. Well, 2 people watching at the same time.
Yeah.
So even like if she punched the person, there's no way she can get to the door before one of the other 2 people stop them because they know what they did.
Yeah. You see what I mean, CJ?
So that part is weird.
And
then again, if they really did that, like they really did that, I know these guys have access to these drugs that when you take it, you cannot forget what happened to you after.
yeah. And
It's like I'm sure they're gonna make her drink something else before she leave.
okay.
So like she just don't have any memory or any recall. It's like just wake up. But anyway, we're not saying people are lying.
Yeah, we are not saying they are lying, but there's a lot of hope.
There's a lot of possibilities that something actually happened. But the story
is
kind of weird. And then the time period, waiting a whole 25 years
Yeah.
to report it.
Not even reported. Guess what? This is not a criminal filing. This is a civil lawsuit. So she doesn't want this case in court. She just wants the money. Like civil court is just settlement, right? And this is what I didn't have a problem with, right?
So you think it's part of the Me Too movement?
Yeah, it's all part of it. It's just
They always talk about #Me Too.
yeah. Diddy settled with Cassie, so they were like, okay, CJ. So from the lawsuit or from the filing, it's not like Diddy gave her something to drink. She said, they were sharing the drinks in the room, so I just picked one. That tasted like cranberry juice. So it's not like Diddy or Jay-Z specifically
Gave her that drink.
gave us that drink. She said she just picked it up from the waitress and drank, and then so it means maybe that's the first time drinking alcohol.
Yeah, it could be just regular alcohol that knocked her out, because when they make their drink, they probably mix it stronger than how usual people drink it. Just like when I think it was Cat Williams, when he went to Sean and Sharp's show, and then he take this drink, he was like, woo!
Yeah.
I drink, my stuff, but this one hits, it's like he felt it. So she probably felt it like that too, because these guys have been mixing their drinks for years.
Yeah, and which a 13-year-old, what like
You're not
your
even
bucket list?
You're not supposed to be there.
You're not supposed to be, and you say how you want to see them on your bucket list, and you go to an after party with a lot of celebrities, and nobody said, "Hey, Who is that young kid? Whose daughter is that? Nobody said anything. Like, who is that young daughter? Like,
because probably there's young people being around there, because I think Justin Bieber, when he was hanging with them, he was a kid too.
yeah, but at least people know.
Usher came in when he was a kid too.
Yeah, but at
So,
least.
There's kids
Yeah.
in the mingle.
Okay.
So I wouldn't
wouldn't doubt.
I wouldn't doubt it. There's probably always kids in the middle. They probably figure, oh, she's probably some star that somebody's mentoring. Or
Okay,
that
that's
come up.
true.
So when they see her there, like, nobody say nothing. It's like she's supposed to be there, because honestly, you're not supposed to get past the front gate.
Yeah, true. But then still, she said she grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran away with something like a towel. And then when she was running, there were people still at the party, and nobody's like, hey, what's going on here?
I guess this phenomenon happened very often in the party. Someone grabbing their clothes and run, because maybe their husband come in, their boyfriend come in.
And then you just got out of the main, so they didn't even lock the door, they didn't lock the main gate.
Nobody ask you what happened to you or try to
Nobody.
help you.
And if you need a passcode to enter the building, wouldn't you need a passcode to exit or something?
Because like, even if you run, because I know these places, they're big mansions. Normally they will be fenced. So you have, how do you get out of the big area?
He said that it's a U-gate.
There has to be a security person at the main gate, and then the whole entire area around there should be fenced, because these people are so rich that they don't want people just entering their territory, and they have most likely security guards around the whole compound.
How do you even retrace your steps though in the limousine at night? Like, how do you even retrace your steps when you can't see anything in the limousine? And you have to retrace your steps to what? A gas station? And you call your father who came to pick you up, and your father didn't even ask what happened?
Unless the father is like,
Yo, this is weird.
She's the type of 13-year-olds who do that very often.
That's what I'm saying. If she was actually raped, that was not the first time that happened, because anybody that went through a traumatic event or scenario, they just don't run, bro. The first time somebody pull a knife on you, you just don't run, because you become shell shocked. It's like, what is happening? It's the same emotion I'm feeling right now. Like, you grab them and they run, you punch them and you run, and guess what?
But then it's like, in that same, with the story, if you're saying like with what you're saying, Jay-Z did it first, Combs did it after. So Combs was the second time. So she get raped one time. So when Combs comes, you probably develop the you know.
Yeah, but you are still shocked, bro.
To
Like,
run.
you are
It's
still,
like the shock time went past after Jay-Z did it, and she's like, I can't do this again. So she fight.
yeah.
After fright, she had flight.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
And like, who after somebody graping you and say, okay, now it's time for oral. Like, yo, that shit doesn't work. Like, God, then get the hell out of here.
And
like,
then again, like, to me, if someone raping you and they want you to do oral, most likely you're gonna bite them.
yeah,
That's
and so you punch them in the neck.
the most natural instinct to do is bite it off.
Yeah,
Bite it off, because there's no way,
yeah,
you know, it's like
yeah. Because, yo, and guess what? And you know, this what
so
pissed
that
me
part,
off.
it's a weird lawsuit, but it's possible.
It could be.
It's possible, because, you know, young and naive.
Yeah.
But
But
then again,
like the one I saw, that when I got to that event, the person was just crying. It's like, what happened? He said some. So I'm saying, like, yo, people, girls like that, they just start crying right there. And guess what? They are naming her Jane Doe, and she said she's still afraid of these people, so she doesn't want her name to appear. And Jay-Z is like, hell no. Jay-Z files an affidavit and is like, no, we want her name revealed. Jay-Z came out with his own story. He's like, nah. This is not how it works. We want to know her name, just because anybody could just be lying. People, like, the public has already judged Jay-Z as being a monster already, so there's no winning on his part.
Yeah, he's already in the blackmail list.
Yeah.
But it's good that he filed a countersuit, you know. It's like, because so far he has no history of this kind of misconduct. I think the worst kind of thing he had was one time when he and Beyonce was fighting and he kind of maybe hit her or something in some elevator.
No, that's Beyonce's sister that beat him up.
Yeah, but anyway, that was like his biggest misconduct issue.
That even works in Jay-Z's favor, because the girl was Solange was hitting Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like Jay-Z didn't even do it. Jay-Z was like, yo man, can you please stop? Jay-Z didn't even hold her. She just allowed the lady to hit on her.
No,
you know,
at least he's smart enough to knock it back.
Yeah, and everybody like, if I'm Jay-Z, I would have hit him. Like, so that even works in Jay-Z's favor, right?
So that's what, as far as I know, like his biggest issue of misconduct in the past.
Yeah.
Was with that. So for him wanting them to reveal the name, because to me, if you're gonna sue me and I have to pay for it, at least
know your name.
I need to know who I'm paying for. This file cannot be sealed like that.
Yeah. And guess what? Yo, this makes me really, I'm beginning to change my opinion on Diddy though.
If it's like in this way where the public don't have to know, but I need to know who is like suing.
Because everybody's like,
you can't keep it from me.
Yo,
you know?
Yo, guess what, CJ? All Diddy's complaint, there's only one name that the public knows. That's Cassie. And Cassie is not saying Diddy grabbed her. Cassie is only like the video we all watched.
He beat her up.
That's the only thing everybody else that is filing against Diddy is listed as Jane Doe.
And I'm sure she knows she probably did something for him to beat her like that. Something happened.
Yeah.
We just don't know what happened in the room, because the way he chased after her,
yeah. So
he went too far.
He went too far.
Take the money and just go. But the way he beat her is like, yo, you don't even beat your dog like
true. So that's what's making me like be a little more like having some empathy towards Diddy. If everybody is listed as Jane Doe, and like they release a different filing where somebody is in jail now that also filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and his file, he wrote it on like a piece of paper. I said Diddy grabbed him. I'm like, yo. And just 2 days ago, or was it yesterday, somebody else, 3 people filed a new lawsuit against Diddy. And I want you to see this. So 3 men accuses Diddy of rape and sexual assault. A new lawsuit. This is just 5 hours ago. I want to go to a particular place so that, okay. So according to his complaint, he joined Mr. Combs and 10 other individuals for a private after party when a hip-hop movie offered them a cocktail, after which he felt disoriented. The man alleges that Mr. Combs noticed his disoriented state and said he's ready to party. So
so everybody is using the same statement, saying that, okay, this is what he does. And if you put it like this, you probably tell a lot of people that same line, are you ready to party? Because I remember the time when we watched the Usher video when they had the party with him and the comedian, what they call him again? Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart was like the kind of MC or whatever, host or whatever. They were using that same line, are you ready to party?
Yeah, because
dishing out drinks, because that's what you tend to do.
Yeah.
So this is something that is common, and by using that line, people could, oh yeah, he told me that before. You get what I mean?
That's Diddy's tagline. He's like, oh, it's time to party. That even in public, he says, oh.
He says that a lot.
So everybody just use all the jingles.
And the next thing is he always calls people, use the daddy line.
Yeah.
Like even with Milk. McMill, he used that line too. And he tried to use that same shit, I think, with 50, and 50 was not having it.
So
I'm not having it.
You're going to go shopping with daddy.
There's probably some truth to it. When he does his stuff, he used that line. And when he doesn't do his stuff, he also loses that line. So, yeah, people know his MOG.
Yeah.
So now his MO is there, and everybody using that same MO to file a lawsuit.
Yeah, but it's sad, bro, because me personally, I don't believe this lawsuit. I think it's a shakedown. And Jay-Z was like, should we read Jay-Z's statement?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I know this a lawyer's writing. Jay-Z didn't write it, even though he's literate, but I'm sure he didn't write it. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public scrutiny will make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever will commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of this type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. Can't even see properly.
But I get the point.
You get the point.
If it's for me and I'm Jay-Z,
yeah,
I'd do the same thing too. You say, a person like that to rape a 13-year-old, you deserve to be in jail.
Not a civil lawsuit.
If you're just coming after and you say like, I ruined your life.
Yeah.
If you ruined my life, the kind of revenge I would want, I want the money and I want you in jail. I don't just want the money, because even if I have the money, I still wouldn't feel good spending the money because my life has been so demoralized. I've been so mentally blocked.
Yeah.
I can't even have a proper relationship. I probably need to be single for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I need to know you're burning in
hell.
that jail, suffering. Maybe having some guy do something to you inside there just for my revenge.
Yeah.
So, I think they should take it criminal. The civil thing,
it doesn't work. It's not working.
Yeah, that makes me feel like if Jay-Z can come out and say it like that, it makes it seem that they're just trying to shake him down.
They are trying. And guess what?
But it also makes another thing too. Why didn't Diddy come out and say it like that?
No, Diddy, the mistake Diddy made was settling with
He
Cassie.
settled one.
He settled one, so everybody, if you give that girl 30 million, at least I just want 1 million. And Diddy, the people were like...
So I guess even Jay-Z also learned from that mistake.
Yeah, Jay-Z learned from... Yeah,
you can never just settle with people who are just trying to do bullshit, even though if you have to put your reputation on the line.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, because you know how the media goes.
Yo, if you go online and type Jay-Z, from CNN, BBC, all the major news stations have covered this issue.
And
so
and they never cover it in the good light.
Nah, bro.
They cover it in the dark light.
Yeah, nah, bro.
In the worst
possible way.
And him being an artist, before he probably have his shows sold out, no one wants to hire him anymore.
No, bro.
No one wants to put his name on there.
That was what the lawyer was counting on. He said, Jay-Z, you have to settle this because if this goes public. So NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has come out yesterday to fully back Jay-Z and Roc Nation's partnership with NFL. He said, following the recent allegations against Jay-Z, the NFL fully backs the relationship moving forward. So, Mr. Busby, all your filing has backfired on you. Hopefully, the NFL stands behind these black men because in the past, the NFL would have backed out already. So, anyway, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
50 Cent already came like, man, wait, NFL and all these organizations are going to back out. 50, you wrong on this one. You're wrong on this one. You got to stop that, man. I like 50 a lot. But like anytime something happens to a black man, 50 is always the first one to say, yeah, man. Yeah, these companies are going to start leaving him soon. I'm like, come on, knock it off, man. You got to start supporting your own, man. Guilty and no. Innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like,
but for me with Jay-Z, this kind of thing happened. I would just see it as a good opportunity to enjoy my time with my family.
oh, guess
I
what?
have billions to spend. I can live off of that. I could retire. I could just be a producer to people.
Yeah, but yo, Jay-Z.
Who wants to be produced, you know. And if they're saying like I'm so much of a big animal, a monster, and they wanted to sue me for what, 30 million, I'll take that 30 million and I'll donate it to charity.
Yeah.
Just as like give you like, I have this money, but this is to you.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you that money. I'm gonna give it to charity, to some maybe whatever female organization or kids who went through that kind of endeavor organization, just to show I support it. I have that kind of money. I could spend it, but
You're not giving
if
it to you.
I am guilty of what you said I did, meet me in the criminal court.
Yeah. And you are right, because after Jay-Z filed his amendment to his lawsuit against the lawyer and the accused, he and the family went out to Mufasa premiere. Jay-Z went out with the wife and the daughter, and in a public fashion, the cameras were all there. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? So that was where I realized, oh, Jay-Z really want to fight this. Unlike Diddy, Diddy was hiding. Jay-Z was like out in public with the family. Jay-Z was like, man,
that's the kind of thing to piss you off, because like your kids and your daughter growing up in the future will be like, my daddy has this stain on his name.
Yeah. So that's when I knew Jay-Z is gonna fight this, unlike Diddy. And that if Jay-Z is able to prove that this lady is lying, because there's pictures of Jay-Z in a different after party and Diddy and J-Lo in a different after party, because the cameras were there. So if they are able to prove that this lady is lying, and is the same lawyer that's representing this girl is the same lawyer that's representing 100 different girls against Diddy,
the Me Too movement is dead.
You said
and
it.
Diddy probably get away if he was even wrong.
You see what I mean? So maybe the only case against Diddy is gonna be the Cassie, and Cassie is not even.
So you remember there was I saw one video online when something happened and like Diddy made a call to his son. It was like, what about Jay-Z? I'm like, Dad, everybody's like keeping the distance. These days. Maybe Diddy always wanted Jay-Z to come out and say what he has to say. Now, because the gun is pointed at him, he's saying it.
And guess what? The difference between Diddy and Jay-Z is Jay-Z actually helped a lot of people. Like giving them jobs, giving them like maybe even the radio stations, helping the radio stations. So especially in the black community, they are not ganging up on him that much. Unlike Diddy, everybody's like, oh, he's guilty. But Jay-Z is only the foreign, like the BBCs, the CNNs, they are the one covering this issue more. But in the black community, it's like, nah, man.
Because to me, people like Jay-Z and Dr. Dre, they should not be in these things.
Yeah.
If they're in these things, man, come on.
Yeah.
You can spend $1 million on the baddest, worker out there.
Yeah.
They could be young. They could just be 18. Because that way it's still legal.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
And like him spending $1 million on them is like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
They're probably making $1 million a day.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing. If I have this crazy fantasy, I can spend $1 million and have someone fulfill that for me. So why am I doing it?
Why am I doing it? And a 13-year-old at that. And Diddy and J-Lo. J-Lo was hot at 2000. J-Lo was the hottest chick around, though.
Yeah, why am I doing it?
Yo, man.
I don't understand.
Yo, and hold on. I want to play this last one so that we end it here. I don't believe these people, man. this lawyer has been shaking down the hip hop community for a very long time, CJ, from Chris Brown to everybody. I want to play something. This is Crystal Magnum. She accused a whole lacrosse team of raping her in I think 2006. Now those kids lost their scholarship, they lost everything, right? And this is the same lady now. After so many years, now her conscience is eating her up.
And I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong. And I hope that they can forgive me.
So now she's repenting to God.
And she's just doing that. She's just doing that today, bro.
What, she got cancer or something? She's about to die or something? You know, when people are about to die, they tend to repent because they want to get their stuff in order because they don't want to go to hell.
And this is 18 years later.
18 years later.
And those three kids, they got suspended from the school, their scholarship got, and they've lost everything. And now...
And she got some money, right?
Yeah, and now... Oh, no. I think in 2017, she killed the then boyfriend. So she went to jail. So this is recorded from a podcast in jail, I think.
Oh, so she's in jail now.
She's in jail for murder now.
Oh, so now she's repenting.
But those boys, their life is already destroyed.
Yeah, everybody call them a rapist. They're probably gonna get some kind of, they're probably on scholarship.
Everything.
They're gonna make it on the pro team. But once that happens, it's over.
It's over. And then once you said somebody raped me in the public, like there's nothing you can do, bro. You are done. You are done, bro. So see you.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Put your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for more content like this. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well, because we're young, small, and growing. We need your support in every way. Peace and love, and you know how it is. See you guys in the next one. Bless.